Hello, this is Jennifer Martinez. In this video, we're going to factor the expression a cubed plus 64. To factor this, there's nothing common, so you have to use a special formula, which is called the sum of two cubes. Let me just go ahead and write down the formula and then explain why it works. So the formula turns out to be a factor. One factor is going to be a plus b, believe it or not, and then the other factor is going to be a squared, I'll show you a good way to memorize this in a minute, minus ab plus b squared. First thing I do want to do is say, well, is this true? Somebody figured this out? Well, let's go ahead and see if it's true. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to multiply this out. I'm just going to try it. So if I multiply this right side out, let's see if I really get the right side. So I'm going to take the a and I'm going to multiply it by every term. So the first one would be a cubed. That looks good. And then the a with the middle term would be minus a squared b. And the a with the last term would be plus ab squared. Then let's do a different color. I'm going to do the b times everything. So what would that be? Well, that would be plus a squared b, or ba squared, which is the same thing, by the way. Then the b with the middle term, which would be minus ab squared. And then finally a plus b cubed. And if you notice, when you add these all up together, that these two terms right here cancel. They're the same. So the answer is going to be a cubed plus b cubed, hence the right side. So we do see that it works. So to apply it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the a cubed plus 64. And I know they're going to be two factors. This one's going to be bigger. So I'm going to take, well, the first one's obviously a, but what would the second one be? Well, since it's b cubed, we know 4 times 4 times 4 is 64. So we're really looking for the cube root of 64, which is 4. Since 4 cubed, some people might write this, this is the same thing as 4 cubed. Oops, sorry, that's a cube right there. And so you can see that the b is 4. So then I'm going to square the first term, put it here. In the middle, I'm just multiply the two together with a minus sign. And then finally, I'm going to square the last term. And by the way, that is the answer. Okay, to memorize it. How I usually memorize this formula is I think of the mantra, same, opposite, positive. So let me go ahead and erase this proof, and let's write down the mantra that I'm going to memorize. So I'm going to memorize the word same, opposite, positive. Why do I memorize that? Well, those are the signs. The signs are going to be same, opposite, positive. So if I notice, where do I come up with that is this is a plus, the sum. So that's why this is the same as the plus. This is the opposite, so it's a minus. And this is a plus. This helps me, whether it's the formula for sum of two cubes or the difference of two cubes. So let's go ahead and write down the difference of two cubes formula. The difference of two cubes is going to look like this, and it's going to be the same sort of thing, but now it's going to be the same as that, the opposite of that, and positive. Okay, it's not the best memorization of the world, but at least it helps with two formulas in one. All the terms are going to be the same, so this will still be an a and a b, the cube root of each. To get the first one, I always square it. To get the last one, I always square it. And I always multiply the two to get the middle. You can see that these are the same. The only thing's different is the signs. So that's why I memorized my little mantra, same, opposite, positive. So if this would have said a cubed minus 64, I would know what to do. That's the formulas for sum of two cubes and difference of two cubes.